Welcome to the future.
Welcome. My name is Justo, and today we will talk about potential environmental benefits of lab-grown meat. The growing global demand for meat, driven by population growth and changing consumption patterns, poses serious environmental challenges. Traditional livestock farming, while an important source of food and economic sustenance, contributes significantly to deforestation, greenhouse gas emissions, water consumption, and soil pollution. In this context, lab-grown meat, also known as cellular meat or in vitro meat, is emerging as a promising alternative with the potential to mitigate some of these environmental impacts. This article analyzes in detail the main environmental benefits attributed to this technology. Among these benefits, the reduction of greenhouse gas, GHG, emissions stands out first. One of the strongest arguments in favor of cultured meat is its potential to reduce GHG emissions compared to traditional livestock farming. Beef production, in particular, is a significant source of methane, CH4, a greenhouse gas much more potent than carbon dioxide, CO2. Methane is produced primarily during cattle digestion, enteric fermentation, and through manure management. Studies suggest that cultured meat could reduce GHG emissions by 78% to 96% compared to traditional beef production. This reduction is primarily due to eliminating the need to raise and maintain large numbers of cattle, which reduces emissions of methane and nitrous oxide, N2O, another potent GHG associated with fertilizer use and manure management. However, it's important to note that the actual climate impact of cultured meat will depend on the energy source used for its production. If energy from fossil fuels is used, the emissions reduction could be smaller. Therefore, adopting renewable energy sources, such as solar or wind, is crucial to maximize the climate benefits of this technology. Reduced land use, a relief from pressure on ecosystems. Traditional livestock farming requires large areas of land for grazing and growing livestock feed. This land demand contributes to deforestation, biodiversity loss, and soil degradation. Cultured meat production, carried out in closed facilities, bioreactors, requires significantly less land. It is estimated that cultured meat could reduce land use by 95% to 99% compared to beef production. This reduction would free up large areas of land that could be used for reforestation, natural ecosystem conservation, or other food production. Reducing water consumption, an increasingly scarce resource, traditional meat production requires large amounts of water for irrigating feed crops, feeding livestock, and processing meat. Cultured meat, when grown in a controlled environment, could significantly reduce water consumption. Studies suggest that cultured meat could reduce water consumption by 82% to 96% compared to beef production. This reduction is especially significant in arid or semi-arid regions where water is a scarce resource. Mitigating soil and water pollution. Traditional livestock farming contributes to soil and water pollution through the use of fertilizers, pesticides, and manure management. Livestock waste can contaminate water sources with nitrates, phosphorus, and pathogens. Cultured meat production, when carried out in a controlled environment, significantly reduces these contamination risks. Considerations and limitations. While the potential environmental benefits of cultured meat are significant, it is important to consider some limitations. Full life cycle assessment. Full life cycle assessments are necessary to assess the true environmental impact of cultured meat, considering all stages of the process, from the production of the growing media to the processing and transportation of the final product. Energy consumption. The energy consumption of cultured meat production facilities is an important factor to consider. The use of renewable energy is crucial to minimize climate impact. Scalability and costs. Large-scale production of cultured meat still faces technological and economic challenges. Reducing costs and improving process efficiency are critical for this technology to be competitive with traditional meat. In conclusion, we can observe that lab grown meat has significant potential to mitigate some of the most serious environmental impacts associated with traditional meat production. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, reducing land and water use, and mitigating pollution are important environmental benefits that could contribute to a more sustainable food system. However, further research and development of this technology is essential to maximize its benefits and address its limitations. The transition to a more sustainable food system will require a combination of different strategies, including improving traditional livestock farming practices, promoting more plant-based diets, and developing innovative alternatives such as cultured meat.